Heeluxe is a footwear testing lab where we're gonna help footwear brands make better shoes. We were introduced to the DAPS pickleball team and they said, hey, we wanna make the best performing pickleball shoe possible, but we also wanna test it so that we have the confidence to know that it's meeting that performance. And then we're also gonna benchmark it against top competitor shoes. To help a brand like DAPS understand how their product performs, we really have to look at the movements that are unique to pickleball, and especially high-level pickleball players. So we're going to test with machines that can replicate human movement, but the real cornerstone of what we're going to do is using humans to come into our lab and test the products so that we can get the best feedback back to the footwear brand. So when we got the shoes into the lab, we started out with the fit. Fit of the DAPS shoe was an ideal fit for a court sport. Fit is always you want to be just right, never too big or never too tight. So it's kind of like Goldilocks and the Three Bears. And that's really where DAPS has thread that needle of like, it has that good security in the back half of the shoe and just enough movement and space to be comfortable around the toes. Then we started to look at the impact measurements, and that's gonna help us understand how the cushioning performs. Two things that we want in that is we wanna have really high energy return. That's gonna give you that nice bounce pop feeling on the court. And then we also wanna see that there's gonna be some firmness in the ball of the foot because that's gonna help people move faster. And there's one thing that really stood out, and that's especially in the front to back motion, it's able to produce a lot higher ground reaction force during the propulsion phase, meaning that you're getting more of your body's energy into the ground to help you move faster. Then we did our on-body testing where we bring in those 8 pickleball players. The DAPS shoe helped people move quicker off the ground and change directions faster. You're gonna be able to get to the ball quicker. You're gonna be able to expend less energy doing it, so you're gonna be able to do these movements for a lot longer. And those are gonna relate to higher levels of performance. And the ability of the DAPS shoe to support people in that change of direction movement was the best that we saw in this testing against other top competitors. The one thing that I think is really important when we look at the performance of the DAPS shoe is that it was consistent across every player that we put it on. And that's a really hard thing to do as well because different people respond to different things in shoes. The DAPS shoe produced that quick movement and high propulsion force into the ground for every player that tried it on. And one of the best things about a startup brand is they're gonna be laser focused on a specific customer. And that's what the DAPS team did here. They focused on a specific type of pickleball player and their needs, and they were able to execute a product that exceeds the customer expectation for that product.
So the most important test we haven't talked about yet is style. So, in your opinion, how important is the style of the shoe?
You don't want to ask the guy wearing a bow tie about style, man. Come on.